Hi, it's me, it's Monica, and I wanted to talk to you today about a word that I've been using lately to describe all of my clothes, and that is the word collection. So I'm a bit of a collector, in the sense that, like, if you've ever watched any of like the antique shows where the people go around and they look for antiques and they like to buy them and resell them, and they look for unique things that are maybe from their past or their childhood or things like that. I am totally one of those people, right? I go to antique shops, vintage swap meets. Flea markets, antique stores, anything like vintage stores, secondhand stores, thrift stores, thrift shops, charity shops are absolutely amazing. And I'm looking for, one of a kind items. I don't like I like to go to the mall to walk. I don't buy anything at the mall, right? I don't walk into a store at the mall, go to a rack where there's, a sweater and it's there in 12 different sizes, or there's a skirt in 12 different sizes, and I pick my size and I go to try it on, and I go up to the front and I pay full retail price, right? I pay $40 for the skirt, or $60 for the dress. That is just not me. I love unique, one of a kind things, right? And so I kind of have been started using recently. I've kind of been starting to use more recently the word collection to talk about my closet, to talk about my collection of outfits and clothes. So I have a ton of books. I love books, right? My books, I would say it's a collection of books, right? I have a bunch of vintage toys and antique kind of things like that. And when somebody talks to me about that, they say, well, that's it's a collection. Oh, I like your collection, right? If I have somebody over to the house to work on the house, right? We had a plumber come by, right? Or we have, a tradesman come by and like works on the house. 9 times out of 10, at some point, because they've seen the stuff around the house, they're going to tell me like, oh, hey, I really like your collection. You did a great job of pulling it together. You have some really great stuff. And so I kind of view the closet, my clothes, my outfits, my collection of, clothes, tops, skirts, dresses, accessories, my jumpers, my shoes, my jewelry, my makeup, things like that. I really consider it a collection, right? I'm not really necessarily going to buy and sell a lot of it, but I also don't get rid of much, right? It's very rare for me to get rid of a piece. I really like to keep and hold on to items. I have clothing items in there from when I was little, from when I was 6, 7 years old, that I haphazardly found, or I borrowed, or I stole, or something that somebody gave me, stuff my mom was going to give away, put out on the curb to go to recycling, or to go to the trash, or go to a donation bin somewhere, and I snaked it and pulled it out, and I still have those items, and they're very near and dear to my heart, right? I have stuff that I bought when I was in high school, right? I have bras and panties that I bought for my girlfriends to wear for me when I was in high school, that of course, I wear them now. Lingerie sets, sleep sets, baby doll dresses, teddies, things like that. I have a whole collection of those that, I actually wear to sleep in, quite often. I have clothes from the 1980s, the 1990s, clothes from the 2000s, and just I've collected them over the years, and I have actually even have stuff that's older than that I've purchased more recently, right? Like a dress from the 1960s, right? You know what I mean? And so it's a collection, and I've started to call it a collection. All of my sunglasses, everything, it's my collection. And so I plan on keeping it and taking care of it. I take really good care of my things. I always try to make sure that everything's put away nicely, and it's really a lot of vintage stuff, right? I see it as, and I've actually talked to my wife about this. It's one of those things that as you get older, you kind of start to think about. And I told her, I said, if something were to ever happen to me, I want you to give this collection to somebody who will value it and appreciate it as much as I do, right? Because it really is a collection. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of items in there, right? You could open up a booth at an antique shop and sell the stuff that's in there, and you could probably make thousands and thousands of dollars, selling this like vintage, one of a kind, unique kind of items, right? You could sell the outfits together. You could sell them separately, things like that. Just like the vintage pieces that I have, some of the jewelry I have. Again, none of it's gold, none of it's silver, none of it's real. It's all costume stuff, but a lot of it's pretty vintage, right? And so it's really a collection. And so I just wanted to make a video to kind of talk about that, because I'm really hoping that you value your stuff, that you have the same way, right? It's your collection. Take care of it. Hold it near and dear to your heart, right? Each of these items really has a story, right? This dress, I will be able to tell the story of how I got it, right? Like I bought it on Forever 21's website. It was actually a top, and I've got it, here at the house, and I put it on, and I kind of didn't like it, how it looked, so I put it with a petticoat, and then I liked it, and I said, okay, I can use it as a dress. And then I, matched it with a choker that I've had for 2 years that I literally could not find something to pair it with. And it turned out the exact color of the dress was in the choker I've been sitting on for 2 years. And the same with the glasses. The color of these glasses, I got these glasses at Ross. They're Betsey Johnson. And, I paid like $6 for them, right? Somebody probably paid retail for these like 40, $50 at a Betsey Johnson store. And the color of the glasses, the little plastic frame here, is exactly identical to the dress, right? So this item, it's like an outfit. It's a collection. It's a mini collection within a big collection. And so, that's how I view. I wanted to make a video to talk about that's how I view my stuff. That's how I view my outfits. That's how I view my collection. It's, a collection. It's a collector's item to me, right? Well, some people collect toys. Some people collect vintage toys. People that collect cars. God bless you if you have enough money to collect cars, right? But this is what I collect. I collect outfits. I collect clothes. I collect accessories. I collect shoes, sunglasses, things like that. And this is my collection. And so you're going to hear me refer to it moving forward as my collection, the closet, it's Monica's Closet, and Monica's Closet has my collection in it. So I love you all. Just wanted to give you a bit of a different perspective on it, right? To kind of explain to you a little bit like why I'm using that word, why I'm using the word collection, and kind of what's behind it, and where I'm coming from in calling it a collection. So I love you all. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're enjoying my videos. Please feel free to reach out to me at any time. I'd love to hear from you.